Where is he? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. There he is. Okay.
Hold his head up.
Hold his head up. I have enough fun. Hello, fellow adventurers. Today is day 27, and we have just arrived in Cotonou, Benin. As I said yesterday, this is a country that is very much involved in voodoo. In fact, voodoo was originated in a town about an hour from the port called Ouidah. So we left the port this morning on our way to Ouidah. And what's interesting about this country is they have absolutely no shopping centers. So everything that people have to sell, whether it be different types of foods, vegetables, plants, furniture, sunglasses, electronics. There was even a side of beef hanging on to a rope, and it was out. Wasn't in refrigeration. He was dusting off the flies. I figured that was the butcher. So everything is out on the streets, and people go and buy what they need. When we got to Ouidah, we went to the Voodoo temple. It was an outside forest temple, and we met with the priest. And as they have done in the past, they pour the water, and then the priest does a blessing. There was also all kinds of deities. They were statues. We didn't get a lot of lecture on them, so I'm not certain what all of them were for, but I will show you many pictures of the different voodoo statues. In the voodoo culture, snakes are very important, and the next stop was to the Python temple. We went into the area, and I got a picture of several pythons in this temple, and different people would come out and they would bring a python. And of course, I got my opportunity to wear the python that day. Not exactly my thing, but I'm here and I'm not coming back, so I'm doing it now. As you can see, it was a little creepy. Ouidah was also a major exporter of slaves. Of the 10 million slaves that went to the New World, 2 million came out of Ouidah. And we went by the auction square, and the slaves were marched down this red sand road at night so they could not escape. And when they got to the shore, they were put in small boats that had to be transported to the ships. And on the way, some of these boats capsized, and the sharks were there to eat the slaves. Once the ships left for the New World, the sharks followed the ships, waiting for a body to be tossed overboard. In the 1990s, the government of Benin had erected a monument in memory of all of the slaves that had been sent to the New World. The monument depicted the slaves being shackled and marched to the ships. I was so struck by this because when I realized that the kings traded slaves for guns, and they even enslaved their own countrymen because their desire for these guns and ammunitions were so great. The monument was called the Gates of No Return. And you just had to think about this for a moment, because as these slaves were marched down this road and put into these ships, the life that they had up to that point would never be the same. All their freedoms and rights were taken away from them by their own government. And I was so struck by this experience. I know that I will remember this memory forever. In closing, my wish for you is that you will love abundantly, protect your health, and be adventurous for life. You are beautiful. Let your light shine. Aloha.